Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Omwando Enoch. Of course, this is channel number 1 on matters disabilities. Welcome. Wherever you are in the whole world, it doesn't matter whether you're in America. Maybe for those ones who are in the United States, I'm gonna say good morning. But it's afternoon in Kenya. It's a bright morning. It is a bright afternoon. If you can see where we are standing with my guest today, you can see that we are in a very nice environment here in Kenya, Africa, and in the whole world, I know some places it's morning, some places it's afternoon, but I believe wherever you are and watching this video, you are very fine, thank you. But in Africa, as we are recording this video, it is in the afternoon. I think it is, let me check my watch. It is exactly 12:41 here in Africa, Kenya, 12:41 p.m. And for those ones who are returning viewers, I want to thank you. I don't take I don't take you for granted that you've been coming and watching our videos. And for the new new guests or new viewers, I want to welcome you in our channel Omwando Enoch. Feel that this is a place to be, the channel which is talking on matters disability, the channel that is inspiring persons with disabilities. And kindly, if you have not subscribed, if you are a new member and you've been going round and you found this channel, kindly just take your hand, pause the video, then subscribe, and then put the notification bell on, and then continue watching this video. I believe you have done so, and I really want to thank you that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Remember, it's a road to 1,000 subscribers, and with YouTube, for one to be monetized, guys, I've been telling you that one must have 4,000 watch hours, and we are far from 4,000 watch hours. Kindly be watching these videos to the end so that you can be able to get the content like today's. Today's episode is so interesting and very inspiring, because we have a very interesting guest and a very interesting visitor who gonna tell us who she is and how has she been, because as we all know that this is a channel that brings matters relating with persons with disabilities, in all categories of disabilities. She's gonna introduce herself, she'll tell us who she is and what is her disability, and then you'll get a very inspiring story, because this is a lady which she has grown with a lot of issues with her disabilities, but at the end of the day she has been successful. She is a successful lady. So we're gonna kindly be patient. The video might take too long, but I want to promise you that it has a very interesting story from our sister. How are you, my sister?
Fine, thank you.
How are you, my sister? Sorry.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, welcome to Omwando Enoch channel. Say hi to the viewers.
Hi guys, good afternoon. My name is Helen Tuwei, and I come from Kericho, Kenya.
Okay, thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen, for that introduction. Now we want to start our our discussion today immediately because of time, and we have a very long video and a very long story, although I told you very interesting. So without much ado, Helen, kindly tell us who you are. Who is Helen now?
I'm Helen Tuwei, a mother and a person with a visual impairment and I'm working as a government officer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Helen, for that brief introduction. And as you can see, Helen, she is visually impaired, as she said, and she is working with the government of Kenya. Thank you, Helen, for that introduction. Now, Helen, you've said that you are visually impaired. Now that you are visually impaired, that means you are a person with disability, right?
Yes, please.
So, Helen, can you tell us how is your journey as a person with disabilities has been? Yeah, your journey yako ya person as a person with disability. How has the journey been?
Yeah, briefly, I was born without a disability myself, and due to medical error, I just got some medication, and the medication did not go well with me, and I became visually impaired. My visual impairment started after getting these injections. The doctor who diagnosed me tried to treat me because I was sick, but I think by mistake I was given a wrong medication, and I fell sick. And after becoming sick, I became unconscious for 3 months, and I slept. When I became better, I tried to open up my eyes. I found I've really gotten some wounds in my body and the eyes, so I couldn't open my eyes. And the doctor tried to open physically, but the eyes could not open, and they did a minor surgery trying to remove the separate the eyeball and the eyelashes, but it was impossible. Therefore, I just stayed as a person with the visual impairment. And
Excuse me, Helen.
sorry?
Just hold on there. You've said that you lost your sight. You were not born a person with visual impairment.
Yeah.
And maybe if you can tell us, because I know maybe the viewers are real eager waiting to know at what age you lost your sight.
I lost my sight when I was 7 years old in class 3.
All right, you are 7 years old now. Helen, maybe you can continue. Maybe you were after operation.
After the minor surgery, it was not successful, and now my parents had to leave me, and I get to the new environment of being living in an environment of being blind and not seeing anything. But now my parents were wondering how I would proceed in my life and how I would get my education. But finally, I got some educationalists who did special education, and they advised my parents to take me to a special school. It wasn't easy because they did not accept the situation at that time, and even other villagers could tell them this is wastage of money if you take this student to this child to the special school. It was just me to stay at home and be with them. But this educationalist from special needs education came and advised my mother, as she's a single parent, advised her it wasn't easy for her to let me go and get education in another place. But finally she accepted, and I was taken to a special school where I learned I started my education again using Braille.
From class 1?
From class 3. I didn't go back to class 1, but I started in class 3. And from that class 3 up to class 8.
In which school were you taken, the special school?
I was taken to St. Oda School for the Blind, which is in Aluor, Siaya County, because it was quite far from my home, because we didn't have such schools that would offer education using Braille in my local area. But that is the area I went. Okay. And I took my education from class 3 to class 8. And then after class 8, I proceeded to secondary, and I took my secondary in Bahari Girls, Kilifi, from Form 1 to Form 4. And after then, I joined Kenyatta University, where I pursued the degree in Bachelor of Education, Kiswahili History, as a secondary teacher. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. So that is how your journey in school has been all along when you lost your sight. You know, as I told you, that is a very interesting story. Imagine somebody was born seeing or with vision, but now she's not able to see. at 7 years old. She was very young. And we really thank the parents, and we give our mother a round of applause, because at least she ignored what she was advised, that this is a wastage taking her to school and all that stuff. But thank God that Helen went to school, and she was successful. She even went to university, and did a degree in Kiswahili history as a teacher. So Helen trained as a teacher, but she told us that she's now a civil servant. So I believe she's working with the government. And maybe Helen, tell us, how was the journey while you are studying? What are some of maybe challenges? Did you encounter any challenges when you are studying and all that stuff?
Yes, first of all, adapting the environment, being a visually impaired person, was quite hard. First, when I became blind, my mother used to carry me, though I was big, and my sister to move around, to take me to church. It was not hard it was not easy to walk around. It was hard. I would feel everywhere is holes. But now, after orientation and mobility that was done by Kenya Society for the Blind and also the Kenya Union for the Blind, I just started adapting the environment, and I could now move around. But now my friends that we used to play together at a young age ran away from me. I now remained alone. People used to go to the garden, dig, and they would leave me at home. At times, even because I was afraid maybe a dog might come my way, I would even climb on top of a poultry farm, so that I escaped from the dogs that were moving around. So I felt I was lonely. Yes. The journey was so hard. The environment was not friendly because friends ran away. And even when we were going to school, it was a hard time because I come from a humble background, and my mother could not afford taking me to school and coming back. So getting money to take me to school and herself coming back was quite hard. So she would just get me into a vehicle, give me fare, and just instruct the drivers to go and drop me just next to the bus stop of our school. It wasn't easy, and even going to high school, it was very hard because I used to travel for more than 12 hours from Kericho to Mombasa, and I would even avoid taking water because nobody would take me to the toilet. That would be a very hard situation. So I would just take my breakfast at home or the food, and from there up to school I would not alight in any way. One day I asked somebody to take me to the washroom when we arrived at Mtitu one day, but when we were there, she left me and she came back to the bus, and I remained stranded. But somebody that was in charge of the washrooms asked me where I was going, and I told him I was heading to Mombasa, and the person who brought me to the washroom has just left and has left me in the washroom. But fortunately, I had the receipt of the bus, and he could trace the number of the bus because we had several buses that were standing, waiting for their passengers to get into the vehicle. So that receipt assisted me a lot. The guy looked at the receipt and saw the vehicle number and assisted me to get into the vehicle. So from then, I remained hesitant to get out of the vehicle because it might leave me anywhere and I could not navigate my way on my own. So from then, I used to go to school without anybody, but my mother would only assist me to get into the bus, and when I alight, I would ask the well-wishers in Kilifi to give me the way to my school the Bahari girls that I was schooling. Another incident is that it happened that we were coming back for a holiday, and the bus that I had already paid for refused to. The driver and the conductor said they were not coming back again they were not going to Busia. I had to to struggle a lot.
That
A
was
lot.
where? No.
That was in Mombasa, coming back for my holidays.
Okay.
So one incident that happened is that the vehicle that we had paid for, said the driver said that he would not go to Busia. So we remained stranded. But unfortunately, I got a lady that would assist me, and then we got another vehicle that would bring us to my home. I took like 2 days because it was a lot of incidences that happened on my way. I didn't have anybody to assist me. We even didn't have vehicles to bring us. But now, finally, I arrived at home safely 2 days later instead of 1 day, when my mother had already. It was so hard because we didn't have phones, we didn't have anything. I had to trace my way back home. Though I had really cried, I had really felt hungry because I only ate a mango in Mombasa. It was on a Saturday, and I arrived home on Sunday evening. And that was a sad incident that I felt it was so hard. Again, when I was joining my university, as I said, it was very expensive. I was only taken to university, and I had to navigate my way in doing registration, doing everything else, because I didn't have anybody to assist me. In my home, we were born two, and my sister was young, and my mother also did not go to school. So I had to find my way, do my own registration, and again, choose the subjects to go to do, and the units assisted by friends.
Excuse me, Helen.
Yes, please.
Just a break there. You went to Kenyatta University.
Yes.
Is Kenyatta University a regular university or a special needs education university?
Kenyatta University is a university that is integrated. It is really accommodating all the students with the disabilities, and also the students without disability. So all of them were integrated, and they learn in the same environment.
Okay. You can carry on. Maybe what you are saying.
Okay. From there, I was telling you, being in university, I used to navigate my way, find my friends, and also try to get friends to assist me. And that is how I did my level in my education, through such challenges. Other challenges is that funding was a problem in my education throughout primary, secondary, and even university. But after finishing my Form 4, before finishing even my Form 4, I had arrears of a lot of money in my secondary, and because I wanted to proceed with my education, I'm really appreciating the county education officer that was in Kericho by then. I've forgotten his name. He assisted me during the Kibaki errand, that they waive my arrears and they should give me my certificate. So they did some communication from Kericho County Education to Kilifi, and they requested the County Director of Education Kilifi to request the principal to release my papers, and that is what it happened. I was given the certificate, and I was waived some arrears that I was having in that school, and I then joined university, but it was a problem. I didn't have money. I used to survive with bursaries, but again, when I joined Kenyatta University, I really appreciate the financial aid department. They used to pay for me a half of my school fees through the scholarship from first year to fourth year, and I used to maybe hustle the rest. I was given help loan. It really assisted me, and also through the Ministry of Education there were what we call bursaries. I also applied bursaries from Ministry of Education. They gave me, and National Council for Persons with Disabilities, when I was in third year, gave me also another amount, and I finished my degree in that way. because
Alright.
because of the limited resources and funds that I had,
Yes.
I had to do very many courses in units in a semester. I used to do 8 or 9,
Okay.
and I managed to finish in the given time the units that were there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Helen. Just you can hear there are so many challenges that persons with visual impairment go through, more especially when most of the persons with visual impairment or persons with disabilities come from a very humble family, and sometimes those are the challenges that the people get. People have different experiences. Ellen will tell us the journey of getting a job, securing a job of a person with disability. How was it? Was it smooth or not? But before you go there, there is a very interesting question that I want to ask Helen,
Yes.
and I know people maybe might want to know this.
Yeah.
Helen, do you have children?
I do. I have children. I'm a mother. I introduced myself by saying I'm a mother of children, and
How many, perhaps?
I'm taking care of 3.
All right. Thank you.
God has blessed me with the 3 kids.
All right. Thank you very much, Helen. Just pause there. We go for a break because that is a very interesting question I'm going to ask next on this. As a single parent and a single mother and a person with disabilities, how have you been able to take care of all these things, and yet you are still working? You are a civil servant. We'll come there in a moment. Thank you very much, viewers. Keep watching. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and as you can see, we have changed the environment. We are in the same environment, but we realized that we've been standing for a very long time. We decided to have a seat where we are. We just left where Ellen confirmed that she's a single mother, and we want to know, and I know viewers, you are interested, how has she been taking care of these young ones, and yet she's a person with visual impairment. She's a civil servant. She's going to work. These children are eating. These children should wash, they are supposed to wear clothes and all that stuff. Helen, tell us, how have you been able to compile all this as a single mother and a person with visual impairment?
Okay, thank you, sir. First of all, it has been enjoyable life having children. Me having a child is not by bad luck,
By mistake.
but it was not by mistake, but by plan that I should have a child or children in order to assist me maybe in my future, and also assist me navigate around or move around in every other activities. I got my firstborn when I had just finished Form 4, and my plan was I get him or her so that after my university will assist me in very many things, moving around. And it wasn't easy journey like any other person, like venye Kiswahili kinasema kuzaa mtoto si kazi, kulea ndio kazi. Sasa nilipata mtoto, nikawa ninachunga. I had to learn to have my baby haircut, kumulisha, kufunga mgongo nikiwa ninampikia, kufunga mgongo nikiwa nafua.
English for
kufunga.
the sake of our viewers.
Okay, and for those who cannot understand in Kiswahili, I just had to carry on my activities, have my baby haircut by my own, learn how to carry the baby on my back without anybody to assist me to cook, and also wash the clothes for the child. I really learned a lot because every mother has to learn whenever you become a mother. I learned a lot. I learned that I should know how to dress my child. I should know how to wash my baby, and even change the diaper whenever my baby has soiled the diaper. The journey has not been so easy and not so tough because I really enjoyed taking care of my children. But now When I got my job, I just had to look for assistant in my house. I had to look for a nanny. Whenever I want to go to job, luckily I was blessed by very nice nannies that understand me. I would leave the child, but immediately I come, I make sure that I have my baby. I stay with my kids. I feed them whenever I'm available, so that I don't leave everything to my nannies. But I uh, I enjoyed taking care of my children, and I really feel that I'm giving them what is needed of them. Whenever I'm at job, I make sure during lunch break I do my shopping with my guide. I do my everything that I need during lunch break, and I come back to my job. Whenever I'm going back home, I do the shopping of maybe food in the evening, and I take to them. So everything was okay. Everything is okay, and I enjoy feeding my children and taking care of them without asking anybody to assist me, because I accepted to get my kids and take care of them as me, not even blaming anybody, not even blaming their daddy that doesn't provide anything. But I took them, and I took it as my responsibility as a mother to take care of my children. That is it.
Thank you very much, Helen. And I don't know who trained you to to bath your children and maybe even changing the diapers.
And one thing I appreciate first is that when I lost my sight, my mother did not leave me just seated. She trained me to work, she trained me to cook, she trained me to do everything. So as every mother that can that is new, a newly a new mother that is training to take care of the baby, you only learn by yourself, and you'll get to know, because as you move around unajua tu, this is my child and I need to take care of my baby, I need to bathe. I wasn't even taught by anybody, but I just found myself knowing how to do those things.
Okay, thank you very much. That means that, Ellen, you are a very sharp lady, because if you can be able to do that, regardless that you are visually impaired. So this is an encouragement, a word of encouragement to those mothers with visual impairment outside there who says that I cannot bear children because I cannot be able to take care of my children. See, Ellen, she even got her firstborn when she was still a student. She had not even joined the university, and but she was able, together with her mother, she was able to take care of her child, and now is a grown man. So it's a word of encouragement and positive encouragement that those women with visual impairments outside there who thinks that they cannot be able to take care of their children, they can, and they can be able to take care of those children as any other woman. Now, Helen, maybe as we want to finish, how has been your journey, or how was it looking for a job as a person with visual impairment?
Getting a job as a person with a disability or as a person with visual impairment, it is quite challenging, because everyone looks at you and feels that you are a beggar. Maybe when you knock at the door of any other office, they will feel you are a beggar, despite the fact that you have the papers. It wasn't easy. Myself, after finishing my university as a graduate teacher, I tried to look for school so that I can teach as a BOM teacher, but it wasn't easy. Everyone in the institution would get afraid of employing me, because maybe they would see as a burden, or I've employed somebody that might will be paying money for nothing. But it wasn't easy to get employment. I tried doing interviews for TSC, but in my first 2 years of my graduation, I did not succeed getting employment, and it was really hard. So I just had to volunteer in a certain school, getting around 5,000 shillings, and I would remember I had left my baby at home. I just had to send the money back home to my mother so that the baby can be given some maybe can be bought the uniform, can be bought the the shoes, can be bought food, and also can even get something to pay as school fees. So I stayed in that school for like 1 year as a volunteer, and also persevering because it wasn't easy. I could not rent a house. I used to stay with the students in the dormitory and eat whatever the students were eating so that I can find my way in the difficulties of money. But later I got an advert that was advertising from the National Council that they were in need of a disability services officer. I did application, and after then I was invited for an interview. You knowing that I had talked that I come from a vulnerable background and financial stability was not there. I had to request my friend to fund me and give me the transport from my home to Nairobi. And again, I had to request for accommodation from my friend to accommodate me because I didn't have anybody to accommodate me. And again, a friend to take me to the interview because I didn't have money to pay for 2 people from home to Nairobi for me to do the interview. So a friend of mine assisted me in Nairobi. And I say that we, the visually impaired, really survive by God's will and also good wishes whenever we are moving around. We really depend on friends, and we really depend on good people that are moving around. I really urge our viewers so that whenever you see anybody with visual impairment, kindly assist them because it is really expensive to navigate around with somebody else. So you in fact imagine you are paying your own fare and you pay the fare of your guide. So it was a very hard journey. And after getting that interview, I stayed for more than 3 months before I got my maybe regret or appointment. But it wasn't a regret. I got an employment. I received a good news, and I succeeded in getting my employment. And currently now I'm working as an officer in National Council for Persons with Disability as a County Disability Services Officer, and serving the persons with disability generally in Kenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I think we are in the right person, and this lady has a lot of content. Maybe we shall plan next time we come and talk about in this channel we have been talking about the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, and she's better placed to confirm what we have been talking about. Maybe I look for her sometimes back later, and then we can talk about her workstation and how it's been working as a person with disabilities, and as she'd been enjoying as working as a person with disability in a disability office, and maybe she can educate us on one or two things concerning National Council for Persons with Disabilities, because this is the organization which is mandated to handle all the matters relating with persons with disabilities here in Kenya. Helen, maybe a word of encouragement to your fellow persons with disabilities, more especially women with disabilities.
I would really, first of all, I would give a high five to the parents that have the children with the disabilities, that have really taken care of them and taken them to school. That is kudos to them. And what I want to tell the persons with disabilities, do not rely on being given. Be somebody that can work for your own. Find an avenue of getting of your own money and taking care of your family and your children. Whenever you rely on somebody, they'll take you as a burden. So take yourself as you are, and you become your own person, and you carry on with your own activities. Do not rely on somebody. We women with the disabilities, we know we are burdened. Maybe some of us might not be lucky to get married, because majority of us are seen as a burden. And maybe the husbands can be told, have you lacked somebody very important to marry, and you marry somebody with the impairment or a disability. So carry on with your own activities, carry on with your businesses, carry on with your own work, and plan for your future. Do not be hesitant in working hard for yourself, because God is for us all, but everyone is for his or herself. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Maybe talk to the government and private sector.
What I want to tell the government, first of all, thank you very much. The government, they've been trying to find the 5% getting into the employment, but it is not yet enough. I really request that the private sector, let's employ these people. Let's employ the persons with the disabilities, so that they can also assist their parents and also assist their children and also assist themselves, because whenever they don't get employment, they now become a burden. So for us to remove the burden from the persons with disabilities, we want their education to be good, the subsidy for the education, and also them getting fairness in employment, so that they can move on in their lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen, for that good to the government. Helen, your favorite meal?
Yeah. My favorite meal. I really love ugali. Yeah, I'm a Kalenjin lady. I'm taking ugali and mursik, and maybe kienyeji or and beef, not beef anyway. What is it called? Mutton.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Your favorite color, even if you will not be able to see?
My favorite color is green and purple.
All right. Thank you very much. What is this one thing that when you are leaving your house, you cannot forget to carry it with you?
I cannot forget carrying my bag and my phone for communication purposes, because as a person with impairment, visual impairment, I must communicate to somebody, to pick me, somebody to anything. I cannot forget my phone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I thought that you will say you will not forget to carry a white cane.
A white cane is a plus.
Okay, thank you very much, Helen, and thank you for your good story. Maybe you can give us your parting shot before we finish the video, and kindly tell people to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you very much for having me in this channel today. I really feel that this channel is encouraging people, and they are mentoring some people that maybe lost hope in their life. I want these people to watch this video, share, and also subscribe, so that every notification that comes around, you are shown and you are enlightened, so that you can learn much about the persons with the disability and not seeing them as a burden. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Two-way. As you can see, it's like it wants to rain, and we want to finish this video so that we can go and shelter, because the rains are coming. Here in Kericho, people are blessed with rains. They can rain anytime. As we are speaking, it has started raining, and we are seated outside. Let's go look for a green town. Yes, let's go look for a place where we can shelter. Guys, thank you for watching this video, and those ones who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and share this video to many people, so that they can be encouraged on how to journey on as persons with disabilities, or those parents or relatives who have persons with disabilities and they think that those children are very useless. At the end of the day, tomorrow they will be the breadwinner, because Helen told us that she's now the breadwinner in our family. That one she told us off camera. Thank you for watching our videos, and for the returning viewers, thank you very much, and those ones who have not subscribed, kindly do so. Until next time, bye.
Thank you.